What's up, Dad?
Oh, this is an e-bike video, sorry.
Oh, we don't want those real motorcycles in this video.
Yeah.
The Ride1Up REVV e-bike. Let's get the thing out of the box real quick and then we'll talk about it some more and actually look at it. All right, wow. Think I can just pull it right out? You think I'm strong enough? All right, I've been working out for about 1.5 years at this point. Let's see if I can do it.
Wow, it's paying off.
Wow, as I'm like struggling. I doubt you could even get it. All right, I'm just gonna let you do it. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's quite the bike. He almost damaged my McLaren parts.
They're in great shape.
Full disclosure, I actually did charge the battery overnight, so this used to be covered, but I took that off already. Obviously got to put the wheel on when you get it. A couple other things probably, the pedals, then just give it a full charge and it looks like it's ready to go. Put the handlebars on. Zip ties everywhere. So I'm just gonna get to snipping and we'll talk about it when it's actually set up. All right, here's the Rev1, guys, fully set up. And since we got Lord Curt here today, I figured he's the man to talk specs on this thing.
I can run him through it.
Let's run him through it.
All right, this is, there are two models of this, as it turns out. This one's the full suspension version. It's a different frame, but with the different frame comes different powertrain components. Both of them have the same motor. This is the Bafang motor, and it's over-spec'd for either of the two, so it's not like that's gonna be limiting in any case. But it's fed by, on the FS model, which is the full suspension model, it's fed by a controller that maxes out at 35 amps. I'm assuming it's in here. And so that puts out just about 2,000 watts at the voltage the battery runs at. It's not really a typical 48 volt battery. It's instead of a 13 series, it's a 14 series. So its nominal voltage is closer to 52 volts instead of 48 volts. Yep. And it maxes out at like 58 for the full charged. So it's got an extra 3.7 volts in it compared to most 48 volt batteries.
And you definitely can feel that difference when you're riding it.
Should give a little extra top speed. It's a 20 amp hour battery. So in watt hours, let me do some quick math here. That is almost 1,000 watt hours. So it's significantly higher than, actually it is a little over 1,000 watt hours. It's a whole kilowatt hour. So it's a little bit more than the average e-bike battery. So range should be better, top speed should be better. This is actually a pretty cool battery in that one. The hardtail, the HT model, the lower model, has a little smaller battery. It's 15 amp hours. Controller's a little lower, it's 25 amps instead of 35 amps. So it's gonna put out closer to 1,500 watts. You can get all kinds of accessories. This is the cage they sent with it. This is normally an empty space, but we bolted in this little accessible
pretty good storage space too. That's like a solid 8 inches deep, or width. Pretty nice.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about how that might get in the way because of the width. Get in the way of pedaling a little bit, but when they contacted them, they let them know, hey, this is a bike designed mostly for powertrain usage, not a whole lot of pedaling. It's got a single speed on it, which is fine. When you have an electric motor supporting that, it's actually better to not have a lot of complexity, less things to go wrong. When you start pedaling, the motor's gonna help you. As long as you have battery power, it shouldn't be a problem that you can't go into a lower gear, for acceleration. Sure. It looks like it'll still be able to support you up to mostly way through their top speed range. Yeah. But it could be a little bit limiting.
Yeah, but they made it pretty clear that it's not designed for pedaling. They want you basically to be using the throttle like a motorcycle. And it's definitely big.
It's not really in the way if I were pedaling on this, because the width of this bar is about the same as the width of that cage. So I wouldn't even be in the way.
It's a nice looking bike for sure.
No, it's really cool. I'm impressed by build quality. It's got nice welds. It's got really good structural design. The way the swing arm attaches to this shock, super strong. You don't see that on e-bikes very often.
No.
That's that sturdy.
And off camera, I was saying this shock is definitely nicer than most of your generic e-bikes in this price range. Most of them don't have an adjustable shock, but this one is adjustable. So that's super nice.
Yeah, I'm quite impressed.
Oh, for sure.
Especially we were looking at the specs and pricing, And right now, this one was listed at just under 2,200.
Yeah.
The hardtail model was just under, did I say 1,600?
Yeah, 1,600 is, I think, what you said.
gonna
But I just
fact
reviewed,
check.
you guys know, you just saw a video on a bike very similar to this, but very, more generic than this one is for sure. Same price, basically. And this one is so much better. It looks better. It has higher specs. It has a lot of things that are just way better than the other one I just reviewed. So between the two, you guys know which one I'm talking about. This one obviously is better.
Yeah, just under 1,600 for the hardtail.
That's crazy.
It looks the same minus the fact that it's missing a back shock. But they do also have like a passenger seat extender you can get and a rack that goes on the back here, a few other options that add on to it.
Yeah.
But I don't do a lot of e-bike reviews. You guys know that, but I am
Well, that's why it gives us an unbiased perspective today. So that's
I'm impressed
awesome.
by the quality. It's got a really sturdy components on it. And how often do you see like a motorcycle style seat
True.
attachment? That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
a really good looking bike. And they have like covers and everything that makes it look like a motorcycle. Like, look at this thing. Just look at it and it looks like a motorcycle. It really does. So anyway, I think that's pretty much a good overview. Anything else you think
I did my part.
to add? Yeah.
I mean, what do you think about the display, the software? You
Right.
think anything about that?
It's got a
You gotta
motorcycle
unlock it,
headlight.
too.
And it's got, if you want to show them the turn signals real quick, it's got
It does.
turn
It's
signals.
fully spec'd with all that.
Yeah, it's legit like motorcycle spec. Obviously, it's legal e-bike. You don't need registration for.
High and
anything
low
or
beams. That's not that
registration.
common on a
No, it's not.
just an e-bike.
The components
Half
really
throttle.
have motorcycle style stuff on them. High beam, low beam on the headlight, real turn signals, DOT approved turn signals. Even this taillight has turn signals.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Aren't
Pretty
turn
cool.
signals usually left-hand on a motorcycle? This feels weird to me.
Yeah,
I was sitting
all
here
right,
trying
we were
to flick
just
them.
saying.
Yeah, I was sitting here trying to flick them. I was like, this doesn't feel normal.
Doesn't feel like a turn signal should. Yeah. So
Its horn sounds a little interesting.
yeah,
I guess
it's just a
that's
loud
typical.
e-bike
Yeah.
horn. But yeah, overall, really well spec'd out
I was
bike.
curious
I'm
how
very
the
excited.
suspension. Oh, this front one's locked, I think.
Oh yeah, let's unlock that.
Which one's the lock? Is
Probably
this the
that one. It's preload.
Okay,
Let's see, where's the lock on it, main? I don't know.
that's unlocked.
There we
Actually got
go.
some decent travel.
I guess next up, let's just get this thing out to the road and actually see how it rides.
And by the way, I'm 5'10", 225. So you guys know I need like.
Yeah, and I'm 6'3", 215 pounds
Yeah.
because I've been working out recently.
yeah.
Cool. Let's take this thing out to the street and get a couple shots.
Let's
Ride
do
this
it.
thing around. Oh, you know what we forgot to do, Lord Curt? We need to put this on off-road mode
Oh,
real
do
quick.
it.
We gotta juice this thing. Start by turning on the bike and display by pressing the power button on the control pad.
Great.
That's a cool little sequence. All right, hold down the M button. That, and then press it once. Okay, there we go. Then 19.
That's very similar to the CTE22 display that we did on the Ducati. The way you have to input the programs like that. Okay.
What is 3? I'm just gonna put it all the way up to 3.
It
What's
says power. Is that boost?
probably boost?
See
Dude,
if
I'm just
that's-
gonna put that all the way up. They were probably telling me to do it like this so it's not too powerful. And then
Yeah.
and
They
we found
probably
their
worried it was
boost.
going to ruin your range. It's probably what they were worried about.
Oh yeah, they're probably worried about the
All right,
range
it's off
too.
now. Off-road,
Okay.
it says in the top left now.
Oh, sweet.
Assist 4. Can you go to assist 5? Or does that still work?
There it is.
Nice.
Cool. Well, that's as powerful as it's gonna get. So just
Let's see it.
take it out for a rip, dude.
It should be feeling pretty good with 2,000 watts.
I'm gonna give him a quick little. Oh, my brake's on. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see how it actually performs. All right. All right, let me go for a brake test right now.
All right, I'll see it.
Here we go for a brake test. Pretty quick. That was from 21.2 miles per hour. Probably about like maybe 10 feet from 21 point
I
something
mean, they're all
miles per hour.
just how
That's
how good
normal.
is the tires, basically, is the question.
Yeah, oh, for
Just
sure.
kidding.
And it really is just how hard you pull the levers.
Yeah.
But it's decently twitchy. Like, I didn't even expect that. But
Yeah, that's good. It's got good bottom end.
yeah, it does. And I can definitely tell the acceleration, it's twitchy enough from the start, but the middle acceleration is not like super dramatic. I was
Yeah.
probably getting up to like 25, 26 from that one pass.
Yeah. But you got to remember, again, you're 6'3", 215. You've been working out a little bit.
Yeah.
Smaller person,
I'm huge.
probably be faster.
Yeah, if it was just a normal person's height, like the person watching right now.
Whoever you are, yeah, that's you.
Yeah, but obviously that goes without saying. If you're watching this review, considering specs and everything on this bike, I mean, you have to take into consideration if you're smaller than 6'3" and 215 pounds or whatever, you're gonna get better performance on it, just all around, you know? If you're heavier than I am, obviously you're gonna see less range and probably a little less acceleration. Yeah, I mean, overall though, a good feeling bike so far.
Yeah, and you look pretty cool on it, I'll be honest.
Anyway, so that's the first look at the Rev1Up, or no, sorry, that's the first look of the Ride1Up REVV. It's a mouthful.
It's a mouthful, yeah.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and just pedal. I'm gonna turn pedal assist all the way off.
All right, I want to see that.
And then pedal assist 0 still.
Does throttle still work? Oh, does it go full speed throttle? That's an interesting question because normally the pedal assist is linked to the
let's
throttle.
try it.
That would be a nice feature.
Skirt. There's no limit.
I like that.
It's probably on off-road mode too.
That may be why.
It's probably why.
But I do like that feature because I always hate that you have to have pedal assist on because now I can't pedal without it shooting off on me.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to be able to control this. Throttle controls the electric system.
Yep.
Pedals control my system. Like that's the way that I think of e-bike should be.
Let's see if pedal assist 0. It probably, yeah, you're right. No, I totally agree with you. I'm gonna turn the bike off and then I'm gonna pedal it. So the bike's off, I'm gonna try pedaling it.
It's gonna be super hard to push
At first, yeah, for sure. Not too bad though, once you get going. Yeah, no, it feels good. It's not bad at all.
Here he is pedaling the one they said don't pedal.
All right, I'm still on pedal assist 0. This is about the speed you cruise at. It's going about 12 miles per hour.
It feels like there's not a whole lot of motor resistance.
No, there's really not.
That's good.
This would easily get you home. For a single gear system, I think this is the ideal.
Yeah.
Because it was very little effort going about 12 miles per hour. Yeah. The only one that I'm not supposed to pedal. Yeah. That's probably why I'm doing it. I'm going to...
Yeah, he never pedals the one you're supposed to because he's a rebel. Yeah. He's told, don't pedal it, so now here he is.
Yeah. Dude, whenever companies send me things and they're like, mention this and this and this, I always don't want to mention any of that stuff just because they told me to. First impression is really good. You want to give it a real quick rip?
All right, so I like that assist 0 still lets you... Yeah, you can feel it initially like offload the front suspension when you hit the gas. Because it feels so much like a motorcycle on that turn, I was looking for a mirror to help me do a U-turn.
Oh, really?
Just by instinct.
Wow. Be a goon for a little bit, see how the suspension handles. You know what? Give me a jump on that thing. See how that suspension works.
All right, here we go. Let's see if I can do a funny hop.
Oh, sheesh. Okay. I didn't know he was going to abuse it that much, but okay. Easy. Oh yeah. How's that work? How's that feel?
So good. Whoa. All right, now can you go next to motorcycles without crashing them is the question.
Easy. All right, before we break it, I guess I better get this thing on actual real ride, see what the range, top speed, all that good stuff is. Remember, this is on off-road mode, so apparently this is about as fast as it's gonna get. It comes as a class 2 e-bike, so it's legal to ride and everything. Obviously, you know, take your own safety into your own hands and whatnot. If you want to go fast, then that's on you, you know? All right, well, that being said, this bike is definitely quick. It's a really nice bike. It feels a lot like a motorcycle. It really does. Just as far as the suspension setup and the riding position and everything, and just how quick it is. Obviously, motorcycles and sport bikes and street bikes you have to register. Obviously, those are much faster and kind of more raw machines. This just feels like a quick, nice, refined, you know, electric motorcycle. Just as far as the riding position, it's a big bike. It looks like a motorcycle. Freaking sweet. It's freaking sweet. And it says we're at 31.5, 32 miles per hour, 33. Yeah, we're just climbing, dude. It's quick. 35. Okay. All right. It's pretty torquey too. But I mentioned it already. The mid-range torque does not like seem that crazy. It's obviously geared for a high top speed. but it has enough juice to really jolt you off the line as well. But like getting up to top speed takes a little while. I prefer top speed and a decent amount of torque, and that's exactly what this bike has. Some bikes have torque, but they only go 20 miles per hour. This one almost does double that. That's crazy. All right, I'm gonna pull over right here. We'll get the speedometer app out, and then we'll give this thing a full rip. It's about a 1/4 mile stretch, and so we'll see what we get up to here. Last e-bike I reviewed had a top speed of 28 miles per hour. I'm just gonna keep it, and we'll probably beat that. Let's get to it, see how fast this thing is. I love how much, it's just a lively bike. As much as I say it doesn't get up to speed quickly, I mean, we're already at 34 miles per hour on that small stretch so far. I'm gonna get a little tuck, less wind resistance here. Says we're at 36, 37. 37 is about the max we were getting. 37.2 is what I saw on the display. So let's jump on the sidewalk here since we can on our electric little motorcycle here and see what we got. All right, survey says 37 miles per hour, accurate speedometer and very good top speed. Wow, that's crazy. It's so stable that I didn't even feel like I was going 37 miles per hour, but the proof is here. This thing will hit 37 miles per hour, no problem. In under 1/4 mile, that's awesome, dude. And it just feels so good. I genuinely can't believe this is $2,200-ish. That's insane. This is easily becoming one of my new favorite e-bikes of all time. It's freaking crazy. I probably reviewed a solid 50 or 60 e-bikes, and this is easily and quickly becoming one of my new favorites. This thing is a blast to ride. Very well put together. You can go on and off pavement and don't even feel it. That's freaking sweet. Suspension feels good. Top speed is very good. Acceleration's very good. For just over $2,000, I don't know if you could get a better spec'd out e-bike. Plus, it's got adjustable rear suspension, motorcycle forks, motorcycle headlight, turn signals. Literally, the list just goes on and on. You can tune it as much as you want. Very nice bike. I have no complaints so far. Let's get this thing on a full range test and see what we get for the actual range. Well, I was actually in the road just now, but I went to throttle it and nothing's happening. So it's pretty much dead. It was still pulling me at 24 miles per hour right before I stopped at this light. But all of a sudden at the light, it just wouldn't go anymore. So I think it's just at a voltage where it's starting to cut off. 21 miles on one charge so far. And it was still pulling me at 24 miles per hour. That's freaking crazy. That's faster than other e-bikes when they're fully charged. Turn it back on. So I just cycled it. And let's see if we got anything. Yeah, we're good now. That's awesome, dude. It's lagging a little bit, but it's still going. That's awesome. All right, well, it just cut off again, like less than 1/4 mile later. But I'm easily pedaling this thing. We're going about 14 miles per hour right now. Not even bad. Not even bad. So there you guys have it. I am very impressed. All around, dude. All right, well, just like that, I just got back from the full range test on the Ride1Up REVV e-bike. So let's talk about it real quick. So I'm gonna turn it back on, and you guys already just saw the previous clip, but I got a solid over 21 miles. So we'll just call it 21 miles on one charge. And that was definitely all the way as dead as it could have gotten, pretty much. And 21 miles might not seem like that much, but dude, I was hauling down the road, maxed out 37 miles per hour, 35 miles per hour. So basically that entire way. I mean, just think about that. If you cut your speed in half, doing a normal e-bike speed, 20 miles per hour, easily would have seen almost twice that. Fastest e-bike I've had for a while, 21 miles of full throttle. I literally have no complaints on this. Every single thing, and a lot of times I complain about the convenience functions, like instead of a half throttle, they give you a thumb throttle, which I don't prefer. I prefer the half throttle, so there's that. It has hydraulic brakes, which are really nice. It has a nice spec'd out motorcycle headlight. It's got turn signals. It's got literally every convenience function. All the boxes I would have checked, it checks. Adjustable rear suspension, adjustable front suspension, nice suspension. It's not cheap. It's got nice rims and nice wheels. And something I forgot to mention too is these tires are nice street tires, but they got some tread if you want to go off-roading on them as well. But they feel like small motorcycle tires. They're nice, dude. So I saw some ads and stuff for this bike a while back, and I didn't realize how nice of a bike it actually is. Got a freaking huge storage. Maybe you guys could see. You know what? Just for reference, I'm just going to take my shoes off and throw my shoes in there. Check it. Look at that. Shoes are in there right now, and there's plenty of space, lots of storage space. It's got a functional brake light. Freaking sweet. And this thing is just so much faster than other e-bikes, especially in this price category. This is easily my favorite e-bike in this price range. Easily. There's literally not one complaint I have on this bike. Everything is high quality. Everything feels really good. It feels like a motorcycle, just in the sense that everything's built really well. There's no vibrations. There's no clunkiness. There's no bumps. There's nothing when you're riding, and it's quick. So anyway, there you guys have it. That's the REV1, easily my favorite e-bike in this price range. I couldn't recommend this highly enough. There's gonna be a link in the description below if you guys want to check it out. Very nice bike. Very nice bike. I say that with no bias at all. It's always awesome when I get bikes in that I actually enjoy. And this is probably one of my top ever. So go ahead and check them out, guys. Ride1Up REV1. Highly recommend. That's pretty much gonna do it. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I always reply to everybody. So I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.